Laudienes with KidScoop Media. We're here at USC covering the U.S. Senate debate. There are 4 great candidates: Adam Schiff, Barbara Lee, Katie Porter, and Steve Garvey. It's a great race, and I'm so excited and kind of nervous to watch. Let's go to the media room right now. As I was walking to the media room, I stopped by the debate hall entrance to talk to some people. Why are you here?
Well, I'm here because I'm a USC student, but I also have endorsed Congressman Schiff, and I'm on the school board in Culver City.
Why do you vote for him?
Well, I think me and people should be voting for Adam Schiff because I think out of the whole field, he has the tested and proven track record to deliver the results for the state of California that I think the moment requires and demands.
Why are you here?
I'm here because I got myself a ticket to the debate, and I'm very anxious to see the 3 candidates, especially because I'm undecided. Haven't yet decided who I'm going to pull the lever for on March 5th.
Do you think the debate will change your mind at all?
It's kind of why I came tonight, because I have to make a decision on March 5th. You can only vote for one. So I'm here tonight to see, who rocks and rolls.
We're here passing out flyers so that people attending the debate tonight will understand what's happening with the genocidal assault on Gaza and Palestinians.
Do you have a preference in any of the debaters? Who are you voting for?
We're really just out here to make sure that people are aware of what's happening and why people all over the country are demanding a ceasefire to save every human life possible, and to know the positions of each of the candidates that will be debating tonight on the issue of ceasefire.
Do you have tips on covering the debate?
I think just listen carefully and watch and see kind of how the dynamics between the candidates and how the audience responds to the candidates, and see how that kind of changes or evolves throughout the night, what kinds of questions seem to get the audience most engaged, and yeah. And listen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, good luck.
How do you think the debate went?
I think it was a lot. I think there was a lot coming at the same time. I hope that people got a sense of the contrast between the candidates, even the Democrats. There are major differences in what they would be like as senators, and hopefully through everything that happened, people left more educated and have a better sense of who they want to vote for.
And in general, how do you come up with questions for the candidates?
You try to think about, a lot of times, what do people really care about at their core? What is the average person really focused on? With this, it's a little bit more challenging because on the one hand, you want to do something for the people that are watching live. You want to also think about what's going to make news that they haven't talked about before. And you also think about, are there moments that will resonate online? Just how a lot of people are getting their news these days. I think you got a sense of the contrast on all of them. I think each of them had moments that they'll probably clip out and post on their social media. And I think people that watched hopefully left more educated.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. What'd you think of the debate?
It was fiery.
Yeah, thank you.
This background check system like the one I offered in committee last week.
Why should Gen Z vote for you?
Because I want to address issues that are important to Gen Z. I want to make sure that college is affordable, that we forgive student debt, that we don't require students to become indebted to begin with to get a college education. I want to make sure that when you graduate, you can afford a home. I want to bring down the cost of housing. I want to build hundreds of thousands of new units. I want to address issues like homelessness that young people care so deeply about. I want to address climate change. This is the existential challenge of them all. If we don't aggressively move to attack climate change, the planet will become uninhabitable. I support a Green New Deal. Even before there was a Green New Deal, I supported an Apollo project-like effort to wean ourselves off of fossil fuels. And these are very important issues, I know, for young people.
Adam,
Thank you.
quick questions.
Okay, we're going to head over here.
I would like to ask you.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
One
of my earmarks was youth radio, I want you to know, several years ago.
What question do you think should have been asked that wasn't addressed in the debate?
You know, who we are, what our background is, how we've lived our lives, what have been the important high points and low points in our lives. People want to be able to connect with other people, especially candidates.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
How will you appeal to Gen Z, to my generation?
Yeah, so look, we need multi-generational leadership. That's part of diverse leadership. And so I think the California that I have known, the California that my kids who are 12 and 15 and 18, that really focuses me on California's future. And I think that's where our young people are looking. Are we going to have affordable housing for people who graduate and get good jobs in California? Are we going to address the climate crisis so that our communities are resilient and we can continue to live there? And so I think my future orientation and also my willingness to call out kind of Washington as usual, to take a stand on corruption. I think with Citizens United, a lot of younger voters are rightly really skeptical about whether or not people in Washington will fight for them. I'm the only elected official on that stage who has never taken corporate PAC money, and I have shown with or without my whiteboard that I am willing to hold big corporations to account when they are shortchanging us.
How do you think the debate went?
You know, I think the debate went pretty good overall. There was a lot of exchanges, you know, there was maybe some like futzing a bit with time limits and things like that, but what we wanted were these candidates to actually interact with each other, so it was fun to sort of see them engage. It was a little stressful for me because, you know, trying to keep them to the time limits, but I think it's more important to let these things breathe and be a little organic.
How did you come up with questions for the debate?
We worked for a long time. We had a team. There was a Politico team. There was a Fox 11 team. Bob Schrum from USC helped consult. And we really, I mean, we had probably double the amount of questions that we would need. We wanted to be prepared for everything. There's lots of things that we weren't able to get to because of time, but that's good. It just means that the next debate, that there'll be more fresh topics for these candidates to talk about.
How did you prepare for other things in the debate?
You know, one of the things that I was thinking about a lot is trying to anticipate their answers. So if we asked a question, it would be like, oh, well, is, you know, Congressman Schiff going to say this? And what would Congresswoman Lee have to say? And, you know, we've seen these candidates in action enough that we know pretty well what their stump speeches are, what their positions are. Sometimes we were spot on. Sometimes I was totally surprised. So it goes to show you can't predict everything.
And can you give an example of one of the extra questions you had?
One of the extra questions, well, the thing I'm really sad that we missed, and this is an Alex Michaels specialty, he's my co-anchor, is he does these lightning rounds, right, where he'll just like pepper them with like quick questions about themselves, not so much about policy, but more about them as people. So like, you know, what movie have you been, what TV show have you binge watched recently, or like, what's your go-to karaoke song? And I really wish we would have had time to get to
that. Sounds fun.
Yeah, you know, next time.
We're in the spin room after the debate. It was fiery and fast, and I learned a lot. I interviewed 3 out of the 4 candidates, the ones that showed up. I was really nervous in the beginning, just talking to them, you know, I could feel my heart pounding almost. It was kind of scary, but, you know, the world didn't explode. It was a great experience overall. Laudianis with KidScoop Media, signing off.